Xiao'Guang, how are you feeling? Do you still hurt anywhere?
It feels like I had a really long dream. Right! Where's my brother? What happened to him? Where is he? Did I bring him back?
Don't worry. Let me tell you everything that's happened. After you defeated that thing, the creator, or at least its embryonic form, you passed out from exhaustion. The power wrapped in that black mist dissipated, and Senior Ye, he seemed to come back to his senses. He caught you as you fainted and whispered something I couldn't make out. It was clear he didn't want to leave, but in the end, he walked away alone. He didn't explain anything. All he said was, take care of Xiao'Guang. Banyu, Shifu, and Dylan were both injured and couldn't stop him. But at that moment, from Senior Ye's expression, it was like he suddenly realized something that he had to confirm right away.
He left alone? No. We must find him as soon as possible. If he still has any remnant influence of the creator in his body, if that takes hold again. And what about Shifu? Did she make it in time?
Yixuan Shifu hasn't returned to Swabian Temple yet. She's probably dealing with Senior Ye's situation. I heard that Yunque Summit will be sending people over soon to investigate the creator incident.
Yunque Summit.
Xiao'Guang, considering our past experiences and what Sarah said, do you think the creator's target has always been you and the Qingming sword?
Yeah. It's been trying to lure me into using the power of the Qingming sword to make me break the seal myself. And I'm afraid that it controlled my brother to use him as a medium at the critical moment, to devour the power of both me and the Qingming sword.
So, do you still remember how you defeated the creator?
The situation was dire. When I finally released the Qingming sword, I seemed to have a strange resonance with it. I understood that the sword contains a power that can suppress the creator, or even annihilate it. That's why I believed that the last strike would bring my brother back.
And besides that, did you feel anything else?
What do you mean?
What about me?
Like, any changes with your body, or in your appearance? Your hair kinda turned white when you drew the sword.
Are you worried about repercussions from using the sword? Don't worry. That look was just the influence of the Qingming sword. You see, I remember everything very clearly. I remember how that monster was torn apart by my blade, and what my brother asked me to do. What's wrong? Still worried? Then how about a little test? Want me to recite any technique spells? Or any Yunque Summit rules? Or maybe everything we did together after we met?
All of the above.
Oh, thank goodness. Looks like you're really okay. I'm glad.
Yeah, I've never been very lucky, but maybe it's about time things went my way, right? It's just... I finally found my brother, and the next thing I knew, he was gone again.
Yeah. I think it was a memory. Maybe his soul was set free. You know, when he says goodbyes and left. Don't know where.
At least now we can be absolutely certain that from the start, Senior Ye was never swayed by Sarah and the Creator. He even tried to contact Yixuan Shifu secretly.
Yeah. It seems like Sarah was using the promise of separating me from the Qingming sword to lure my brother into cooperating with her. But I don't think my brother ever believed her. He only played along so he could get close enough to find a chance to destroy the creator before it could take form. He didn't realize that the creator's focus was on me and the Qingming sword all along, and that Sarah had already drawn me into her trap long before I noticed. But now that the crisis is over, and he's finally out of their grip, why doesn't he come back? He was clearly worried about me. When I was half conscious, I remember hearing him ask me to forgive him for leaving again, saying something like, he'd definitely save me. It doesn't sound like he's just worried that I'll be consumed by the sword. It's more like he's trying to tell me something. Could it be that he's learned of something even more terrifying? Something he felt he had to deal with on his own right away, to the point where he didn't want us involved at all.
Or he's gone, you know, R.I.P. That's what my guess is. I mean, they didn't show him actually leaving. It just showed like a white mist. So, who's to say what has happened to him? Why he leave without a trace or a note? But he just simply said his basically his last goodbye. And usually when you hear that, it's usually you freed him from the corruption. He is now at peace.
Since Senior Ye asked you to trust him, then let's do just that. What's most important now is for you to rest up and get better quickly. Once you're fully recovered, we'll work together to find him. And this time, we'll make sure he doesn't disappear on us again.
Wow. All this time. I mean, that's the one thing you couldn't tell from the other few chapters. Because I called him a traitor, because I was like, oh, he fell to the dark side. No, he was only pretending.
I'm afraid I'll have to trouble you to keep a closer eye on Xiao'Guang's state of mind these next few days.
What the hell, Belle? Now you go silent? What the hell? Oh, now she went silent.
Right. There was so much happening so quickly that we didn't have time to investigate further, which is why we couldn't tell you right away. When the creator, or rather that power Xiao'Guang fought off, was first awakened, 4 areas in Lemnian Hollow simultaneously emitted extremely brief but highly similar energy resonance signals.
Which 4 areas?
We can only locate 3 general areas at the moment. One was right where the creator appeared at the old mining site. Another was the area where we confronted the Exaltist Overseer, Mevarok. And the third one was the town.
Yeah. Coincidentally, these are all places Wise and I have been before.
You've been to all 3 places?
Oh, don't tell me these are all popular attractions.
Yep.
That's not the strangest part. What's really worth noting is the 4th signal. Fairy?
The spatial coordinates of the 4th resonance signal are severely blurred. Existence confirmed, but precise location cannot be confirmed due to high-level energy interference. Warning: though brief, the peak value of the signal's miasma energy exceeded all known records within Lemnian Hollow.
It was like some kind of distant indistinct response. Then it quickly went silent again, as if hiding from something.
3 of the signals came from areas we've been to recently. No way that was a coincidence. But that last one? It's hidden so deep that even Fairy couldn't pinpoint it. Where could it be?
4 resonating signals. There must be some underlying connection we haven't uncovered yet.
That disgusting miasma creature we fought, and the Ye Shuyun controlled by the Creator, might have just been the opening move. The Creator testing the waters. Whatever it is, it's still out there, lurking, scheming something. I'll report this to Krampus and closely monitor any changes inside the hollow.
I will also investigate further.
Sweet.
With Krampus and Banue Shifu helping out, things will definitely go more smoothly from here. Wise and I will keep an eye on the situation too, while we keep Xiao'Guang company.
Let's all stay sharp, everyone. This calm might just be the eye of the storm. A brief moment of respite before everything gets thrown into chaos again.
Wise, it's been a long day. Half of the agents have lost their voices and then they gained it back and then lost it again. Even I lost my voice. And dialing, that was weird. It's always been kind of like a fight between the two, the sister and the brother, and a little bit with Sarah. At the beginning of this chapter. Yep, no matter what lies ahead, we'll be ready. Hopefully. Ah, finally. Now we go to bed.
Oh, are you here to criticize me, Senior Zhao? I thought they'd send the cold, heartless executioner. You know, never been able to get along with her.
The boss hasn't issued any new orders yet. Naturally, she won't do anything. Besides, it's too late for you to feel guilty now. I'm just here on my own behalf to ask you for an explanation. After all, we've provided you with important intel, but the result of the mission was a little underwhelming. The orders from the higher-ups are to retrieve Banyue's core data and erase this unstable factor. But as for you, not only did you not get the core, but you also seem to have made him more complete and dangerous? Is this negligence of duty or self-inflicted downfall?
Huh? Who said I didn't finish the mission? I have exercised the ultimate authority granted to me by Krampus as the judge. The verdict is as follows. Banyue's core consciousness has tentatively proven that it is controllable and of great value. Hence, I deemed there is no need to erase it. As for retrieving said core, don't worry. I will introduce Banyue to Krampus. Wouldn't you call that a different kind of recovery, in a sense?
Huh? You want to let him join Krampus?
Yeah, wouldn't that be more interesting? If he joined, then his power, along with all of the information he has, would be of service to Krampus. In the long run, that's way more valuable than a one-time core data extraction, don't you think? Aside from the old folks from TOPS, the reason the boss is so interested in Banyue's core is because a certain big shot was the one who made modifications, which gradually transformed him from a killing machine into a human.
You sure know how to wiggle out of a tough situation. However, your proposal does actually have some merit. I hereby approve your verdict. As for how to write the report without any leaks to get those old fossils to nod in person, that will be up to you to deal with. But I believe that when the boss finds out we're about to have a new member who is so controllable and so useful with all the potential value he brings, I'm sure she will be happy. After all, this is much more worthwhile than recycling a pile of scrap metal, right? Alright, I'll leave the rest of the procedures to you. I look forward to hearing good news about our new member.
I'll still be relying on you to help me persuade the others. Banyue, your path to redemption begins with Krampus, and it will be a long road. Don't let me down.
On the day I secretly snuck into Suibian Temple, I saved a chubby cat. The storyteller at Yumcha Scene told fascinating tales. We ate osmanthus cakes made with fresh petals preserved in honey, sticky rice powder, and kumquat peel. Banyue Shifu doesn't like greasy or spicy things. When handing him hot tea, the cup handle should be to the right. Dylan really likes honey. She always doubles the amount. Senior Inhu's secret marinade. Grind the dried tangerine peel into fine powder. Use just a pinch when seasoning the meat. When we gathered around the fire that night, we looked at the stars together and exchanged embarrassing stories. I talked about... Why can't I remember? I knew it just a second ago. I wrote it all down right here. I talked about how I didn't bring enough money when I left Junkoi Summit. I almost ended up going to that pawn shop in town. I remembered thinking to myself, besides the Qingming sword, I have nothing of value that's worth holding on to. I must never forget these memories. Never. Shifu, my brother, Belle, Wise, and everyone else. I must remember all the beautiful moments we shared together. I have to remember.
Yay! Finally made it. Wow. Damn. I must say, this one was a tough one to actually even to go down on, because at the beginning, the first cutscene and the first talk or chit-chat segments with the agents, there was no voices at all. Not only that, it was somehow skipping through it so quickly, and I wasn't even pushing the button to skip any of it. It just was doing it on its own. And when I looked it up, it was officially a bug. Chapter 5 was bugged a little bit here and there. So I had to postpone it. I couldn't finish it until we're already in the next chapter. Chapter 6 is already out. And so, yeah, this one was like I said before, this one was a bit salty. Because it was definitely putting a bad taste in my mouth to even want to continue the game or continue playing the story. Because removing the sound, especially the first cutscene, there was no sound, no voices, no nothing. There was just just pictures. And so I was like, oh, that's not so fun to engage with. And so it left a bad taste, and it still continued to do it. But for some reason, it was only with her and her brother, off and on, mostly her. And Sarah was just at the beginning, and then I guess they fixed it. But so I guess it was still, I'm assuming it was still bugged, because that was leaving quite a few bad tastes in my mouth to even want to even finish it. But I'm glad I finished it. I'm hoping Chapter 6 will be a better situation for me to even continue playing this game, because eventually I will stop playing, or I will lose interest of playing the game if it just continues to run on silent. Because it's not fun. It's not fun to play a game, or any games, if every game out there runs on silent, you know? For an example, if like if ESO runs on silent, like all the voice actors that are in there are gone, or Warframe, same thing, if all the voice acting was gone. And what was the other game? There's another game that actually has quite a bit of it. Oh, Mass Effect. Mass Effect, a Legendary Edition. From episode 1, 2, and 3. Imagine it having no voices. You would probably play it, but you'd probably only get so far because it's not interesting, because it's kind of hard to interact with any of the characters to engage with. Because that's where you get your most fun out of. And so this one was fluctuating up and down, where I was like, I don't know if I want to finish this. But since I was this close to the end, I was like, you know what, just go all the way. And so I'm hoping Chapter 6 will be better. Hopefully not bugged. Otherwise, if it's the same thing as Chapter 5, I don't know how much longer I'm going to even play this. Because, like I said, that left a bad taste in my mouth to even... But, yeah, it was pretty cool. Some of the scenes were cool. I'm just glad that some of the voice acting was working. Just a few of it. I'm surprised that at the end, Belle didn't even have a voice. Even Dylan didn't have one. I'm like, whoa, that's the first? Well, not the first for Belle, because that happened with her at the beginning of the chapter, but of Dylan, I'm probably saying her name wrong. I do apologize. But, yeah. So, I finally finished Chapter 5. Bloody hell. Well, hopefully Chapter 6 will be a fresh start, maybe even better, to even keep me flowing. Because I love this game, but eventually I will get bored of it if it continues to run on silence. It's not fun. It's not fun. It's like I don't want to play a game if it just has no music, no sound, no voices. Yeah, there's no sense in playing the game then. But that's just me. I'm not the only one that has run into this issue. There's been quite a few others out there that I read into. Because I was wondering, like, what the hell's going on? Why is everyone just so quiet? And that's when I looked it up, and it said it was officially bugged. Supposedly they fixed the bug. I guess not entirely. They may fix few segments, but not all of it. It was still very efficiently bugged. So, hoping for Chapter 6. Hopefully that will be a better stratagem for me to continue. So, stay tuned for Chapter 6. Might be a while. I bet you by that time, I bet you Chapter 7 will be probably already out, maybe. We'll see. So stay tuned for Chapter 6, hopefully. It'll be a good one. So peace out, everybody. Goodbye. Oh, what a day.